What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I'm here actually at my friend Richard's house, and he is a die-hard Steeler fan. In fact, he went to us to the Pro Football Hall of Fame some years ago, and definitely wants to go when they have the draft, not this year, which is in Green Bay, but next year, and it's going to be in Pittsburgh. So he's going to be going with us there as well. But I want to get his take about his Steelers, if he believes that they are all that in a ham sandwich, if they are as good as their 3-0 record. Here's my take, okay? And you can call me a hater if you want, because, well, you call me all kinds of things anyway. The Steelers are 3-0, and I will agree with you 100%. They're 3-0. They've played the Falcons, they've played the Broncos, and they faced the Chargers. In those games, the high water mark for their points is 20 points. They are only averaging 16 points a game. And you're not looking at those being the best defenses in the NFL. Mind you, my Cowboys defense is not one of the best defenses in the NFL. We are far from it. Their defense, of course, has been playing really good, but I'm not going to look and say they've been facing juggernaut offenses. But we'll see what Richard has to say about his. What's up, people? I'm here, of course. Y'all remember Richard from when we went to the Pro Football Hall of Fame and things, and he is ready to go to the draft trip.
Yes.
Already punching his ticket and everything else. Die-hard Steeler fan. Die-hard Steeler fan. And I got to ask you, do you think your team is good with that 3-0 record, or do you think it's the competition? That's the first question. The second question is Justin Fields now a great quarterback?
Okay. First question, do I think the team is good? Yes, I do think the team is good.
Number one on defense and scoring defense and in points.
Right.
I mean, excuse me, in yardage.
I believe that the Steelers do have an elite defense. I do. Now, that said, that doesn't mean that you can score 15 or 20 points when you're playing against a Patrick Mahomes or a Josh Allen or something like that. I get they have an elite defense, but that's a tall order to expect to only get that many points against those types of quarterbacks.
So far you've had the Falcons, the Chargers, and who am I missing?
The Broncos.
The Broncos.
Yes.
I think Broncos, they scored 6 points.
Yeah, they had a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, okay, so, right. I think the maximum score was 20 points so far. 20, 16,
That's the maximum he scored.
Yeah,
yes.
20, 16, and 10, am I right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so I look at this with the Cowboys as our defense right now needs a lot of work. Losing Micah and losing D-Law, we don't have very many edge rushers that are even left on the roster right now. Yeah. One of which will be Carl Lawson, who's been brought up and back and forth off the practice squad. So we're not doing really good there, although we do have a few extra days of rest. But basically, I look at it as Cowboys' strength versus Steelers' strength. Your defense against our offense, although some people would be inclined to say our offense is not that much of a strength, but we've got over almost 1,100 yards passing in 4 games, so we're getting about 270 yards a game passing.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting game because, the Steelers are going to do everything they can to remove CeeDee Lamb out of that.
Well, that's the key.
So the Cowboys are going to have to, if the Cowboys want a chance to win that game, they're going to have to make Pittsburgh pay for trying to remove CeeDee Lamb. Right now, the Cowboys' running game is not the biggest threat in the world.
Not at all.
And all due respect to Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks is not doing
those other receivers, but it doesn't appear to me that anyone has established themselves as a bona fide threat opposite of CeeDee Lamb as far as consistent.
I'm going to say that the key player to me on that game is going to be actually Jake Ferguson.
That's fair.
The tight end, because Ferguson, the last 2 weeks has been basically coming back from that MCL injury. Hopefully this 10 days of rest will really help him. If he can go, that's going to have to be the guy.
But see, that plays into the strength of the Steelers defense too, because we got 2 linebackers that can cover tight ends, and might be the deepest team in the league at safety, close to it anyway.
Okay.
We got guys that can run with tight ends. So it's going to be interesting to see. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have to double CeeDee Lamb to take him out of the game because Joey Porter can blanket him.
So you're saying that the Cowboys have no chance? Is that what I'm hearing?
No chance is strong. I think it's going to be a tough game for them to come to Pittsburgh and win. But I'll stop short of saying no chance. I wouldn't say that.
Here's the good thing for us is...
One thing I did want to answer also is about the Justin Fields question.
They're not asking him to do too much.
Right. Justin Fields, right now, is a decent quarterback.
2 TDs, 1 interception.
Yeah, he's not turning the ball over. He's playing within the offense. It could be a little more efficient, but at the same time, they've also been restricted him. So hasn't just been him not taking this shot or that shot. It's been they've been restricting him and then slowly opening up the playbook a little bit more each week. So we don't really know yet what the fully unleashed Justin Fields is going to look like in the Steelers offense. They've been trying to rebuild the guy and rebuild his confidence and not let him jump out there too much and I guess shatter his confidence and make too many mistakes and things like that, or put too much pressure on him to have to win the game.
Yeah.
So far it's been working out because the defense is elite and Justin has not been turning the ball over, and we've been fortunate enough to play teams that do not have high-power offenses, and so we've been able to keep the games close and play Tomlin ball. Now, we got another game coming up this week where that's probably has a good chance of being the case because the Colts and Anthony Richardson having some problems at quarterback, and 9 times out of 10 they're just going to get compounded with Pittsburgh because I think the guy's in trouble against our defense. We'll see. Then of course we got you guys. You guys are going to be the biggest test up until this point in the season. Yeah. As far as a team that can force Justin Fields to have to score touchdowns.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
You guys are going to be the in my opinion the first litmus test as far as a team that might have the ability to force Justin Fields to have to score more points.
Yeah.
And then still in Pittsburgh though, listen, until it's official, it's not official. So we still got the specter of what happens when Russell Wilson gets healthy. Situation. There's a lot of people that are like, Justin Fields proven he should have it. He should be the starter and all the stuff like that.
If you're still winning, you don't make that change.
The more they win, the harder it is to make.
Yeah, that was the Dakism. Yeah. Because everybody kept saying you got to go back to Tony Romo, they got to go back, but they kept winning, and you don't want to change it. Quite frankly, I look at right now, looking at Cincinnati, that's got to be the biggest surprise right now that they're 0-3. Cleveland seems to be. I'm amazed at how nobody talks about Deshaun Watson and the amount of money that he's making, but Deshaun Watson has not been anything, and so it looks like it's you.
I was surprised Cincinnati's 0-3.
Everybody talks about Joe Burrow as being great.
Like he's the second coming of Montana, and he's not. Also, he struggles to stay healthy. And look, two of the biggest pieces on offense did nothing in camp. Nothing in camp at all. And I guess everyone just assumed they could just click the on switch and just go when the season started, but not the case.
Yeah. And right now with the Ratbirds at 1-2, that's kind of amazing too. So, Richard, my buddy here, I've been saying for years that he needs to be doing the YouTube. I am literally the village idiot and don't know jack, but he actually has a lot of football knowledge. So hats off to my main man, Richard, here. And at least we can be sitting back and watching, seeing what they do against the Colts tomorrow. And really, we should actually be together watching that game together, but I don't know. Richard might get a little violent with the Steelers versus the Cowboys.
I doubt it. I think we should try to make that work. We should look into that.
All right, there you go. Yeah. This is an early preview: Cowboys versus Steelers.